Welcome to my 2024 disc golf in the bag video. I don't really know how to do this, but welcome to my 2024 disc golf in the bag. I have my entire disc golf bag here that I've been working on for the past 4 months to try and perfect as much as I can and trying to understand. Over the years, I really haven't taken the time to really get everything down, and I have so much new plastic and so much to show you guys that I'm super excited. All right, let's start off by just going over the disc golf bag itself. The Grip AX5 grip bag from Grip Equipment. That was a mouthful, but bag I grew up dreaming of owning, and I'm super ecstatic to finally be able to afford one. This is a very expensive bag. This was like my first really big purchase. I believe $250, not including shipping. So this was pretty expensive, and this was the one thing I really always wanted because it holds so much. We have two really big pockets here on the side that can carry a lot. The Pro Tour, it carries everything bag. Like, this is the most advanced bag that you can get on the market. Pretty much every Pro Tour player you've seen has this bag, unless they're not sponsored by it or they're throwing like pound equipment. I think I've owned this bag for the past 6 months now, and it has done wonders for me. It's gone to the moon and back, supplying me with all of these discs. It holds a lot of discs. I think I have 27 discs in this bag. Never mind, I actually never counted. That's so many. So yeah, you can hold one bag here. It doesn't actually get in the way of the bag support, which is really cool, and you can just store whatever disc you have back there. Yeah, honestly, probably one of the coolest bags you will be able to buy on the market, I can guarantee. All right, now let's go over the discs that I have in this bag. Now, I have gotten so many discs over the past 4 months, probably like 100 discs, and I've lost probably 50 of those 100. A lot of spares, and I've been able to manage a really fantastic bag here. First, let's start off with the putters. Now, I am carrying 5 putters, and I could carry a bit more actually, but I kind of want to keep it pretty simplistic. I'm putting with the Jawbreaker Swirl Special Edition AB Focuses. Now, I was pretty concerned with how I was putting with my Lunas back in the day. If you have watched this channel at all, you know I was putting with 2 blue Lunas. I just could not find anything with them, so I had to move on, and I kind of wanted something with a bead that could give me that extra grip and that extra confidence on my every putt, and that's what the Focus gives me. As that extra little bead. It's kind of funny that the Kratos just came out. That is exactly what a Luna is, but with a bead. So I I just got these Focuses as soon as the Kratos came out, which sucks, but I actually really enjoy how the Focus feels in my hand. It has that bead, and I can kind of have like a feel of understanding every time I go up to any putt that I have, compared to the Luna where there was nothing to really just grab on. It felt kind of bland. Next, we got a UV Challenger OS. Now, this is pretty unique to me because it feels really deep in my hand compared to this disc here, the Luna. Now, I've owned this Luna for quite a bit now, and it has become the best driving putter I've ever thrown. I'm super excited with this disc. If you know Lunas, they fly incredibly well, and a part of this run too. This run of Lunas came out a bit more stable than the original Big Z Lunas that we've had in the past. The Challenger OS is kind of like the same thing, but a bit deeper and just has a little bit stronger of a fade, which I'm not too sure how I feel about this disc. It's actually turning purple right now. That's hilarious. That's the one reason I bagged this. This turns purple in the sun and glows in the dark. It's incredible. Something a bit more stronger of a fade at the end. This will follow really well. Next is the Z Midnight Zone. It is the Barella Midnight Zone. I guess, is that the plastic? It's a Midnight Zone. It's in Z plastic. These zones came out actually pretty stable compared to a lot of other zones, and they came out super grippy and really cool looking. I mean, it's insane. And this zone has been obliterated by every tree I've played at a course. I've hit so many trees with this thing. I'm actually kind of impressed it's still holding up, but this zone has been really good. It's something like a zone in your bag. This is one of the most important discs I own. I'm super happy to own it. It has a strong finish, and I can master every upshot with this disc. Super happy with the zone. Next, let's move on to the mid-ranges in my bag. Now, the mid-range has been a pretty weird section in my bag. I actually don't see myself throwing a lot of mids on the course, but whenever I need to throw them, just something a bit more than my putters, I will go to these discs here. First, let's start off with the Barella Buzz SS. You can see a theme here. I have a lot of Barella stuff on. That's because I support AB here in Arizona. I just found a lot of his plastic on his website, and they fly really well. So I kind of just stick with it, buy a lot of extras as well. The Barella Buzz SS, this is a part of the signature run that they ended off last year with, and it came out incredible. If you've seen my videos and shorts with this disc, it's been that beautiful flip up to flat, and it can give me some turn, but it's not going to completely die on me compared to some other flippy mids out there. Next, this is a very new disc in my bag, and I'm not sure if I need it quite yet. It is the Glow Champion Rock X3. Now, the Rock X3, the Rock in general has been a super inconsistent disc for me. I've had so many and they've all came out pretty weird. We're going to keep testing it out over the next few videos I have coming up. Next is a comparison that I actually might change it out for. It is the Malta. Now, this is an ESP Malta from the Paul McBeth line. Over the past 4 months, and I've probably lost every Malta. This is the last one standing, and I do not want to lose it. That's what the Rock X3 is going to be. It's going to be the mid-range I just don't care about, or the stable mid. A really comfortable Rock X3. It's gotten me a bit more flip than that Rock X3, which I really enjoy, and the Malta has gained my heart over the past few months. And every Malta I've lost, I've found to be the most insane feeling disc in my hands. It is the Discraft Meteor. I keep calling this a Comet, and it's kind of annoying me. If I keep calling it a Comet, I'm sorry, but this is a Meteor. Meteor is like a Buzz SS that is really flippy, and it's a really touchy disc. This is a super touchy mid, something you just kind of have to really finesse. That's a really good word to use. But this disc, you can hyzer flip up. It rides that Anheuser line really well. If you put it on flat lines, it'll give you that turnover a little to the right. Put it on a big Anheuser, it's just gonna follow. It really follows the line you put it on. All right, now let's get into the fairway section of my bag. Now, this is a really fun part for me because I really enjoy the 3 fairways I have here. It's a Glow T-Bird 3 from the old Tour series that AB had before he left. This has been a super controllable, further flying Buzz for me. It holds that straight line, but still gives you that fade at the end that a Buzz will give you, certainly. It's another T-Bird 3. I actually have 2 T-Bird 3s. I forgot. It's very new to me, but I've always wanted something in Metal Flake. My brother actually threw a lot of Metal Flake growing up, and I always saw it, and it looks so cool. This one is a bit flippier than that other T-Bird 3, and that's kind of the main reason why I got it. It is a max weight. They are both max weight. I usually throw max weight discs. Anything kind of on the stable side of discs, that's what I prefer, and you'll see that throughout my bag. A Cicada. This has a cool memorial stamp on it. This is a really flippy version of the T-Bird 3 for me. I can put it on that hyzer, and it's going to flip up and turn way harder than the T-Birds will. The T-Birds will kind of keep that finish at the end. It'll kind of fade out, but the Cicada will ride it and hold it, which I really do like. All right, next we have the faster fairways in my bag. They're not quite drivers. I don't throw them as distance drivers, but they're like really close to that level. 2 Raptors. Now, the Raptor has been such an incredible disc over the years for me. It is a 9-speed. I've made several reviews on it, and with a strong finish, and it's just gonna be a really good complement to your drivers and fairways. I think it's like right in between for me. Next up, we have the Discraft Vulture. Now, the Vulture has been in between the Thunderbird and the Onyx for me. I haven't really decided which one I wanted to go for. Testing over the few months, and the Vulture has really been that committed, faster Raptor that doesn't have that strong fade that the Raptor has. It just really gets a really good flip compared to my Raptors. If I throw my Raptors on a hyzer, it's going to follow it, but if I throw this on a hyzer, it's going to flip up a bit to flat and give me a straighter finish and still have kind of a Raptor finish. Next up, we have the flippy drivers in my bag. I have the Avenger SS, and I actually took this out of my bag for a really long time, but I don't know why I did. This Avenger SS is a lot more stable than a lot of Avengers out there, and I did that on purpose because I really wanted this to be like a flip-up fairway type of disc where I just throw it on a hyzer and have it flip up and roll over and just get that really long extended glide. It's really good at doing that, and you can also use it for rollers. This is like a multitask type of disc for me. The Scorch has surprised me so much. This disc goes so far, and it's like a cheat code. It has so much glide, and it doesn't want to stop flying. It's insane. Now, this is a part of the last year Tour Series run from Discraft, and it just came out super incredible. This is on the flippier side of Scorches. I've actually seen some stable ones out there, but this thing doesn't die. Throw it on some hyzer, it's going to flip up, ride it, and it won't die off that line. It gets effortless distance. It's insane. And then next we have the Hades. This is a super in and out disc for me. I actually think I'm going to replace it with the Scorch because it does really everything the Scorch does for me. This is probably my favorite part. These are all my distance drivers. I have so many, probably a bit too many. First we have a Destroyer. It's a Destroyer. I'm not going to really talk about it much. No, if you feel a Destroyer, you're just going to bomb it because Destroyers just bomb. The Nuke, which I have so many of. Nuke OS here. This is a lighter weight actually. It's a 170, 172. And I did that on purpose because I think Nuke OSs with some flip is a really good complement to these discs here. I have two ESP nukes here. Now these are the Diamondback AB nukes, and these are cheat codes as well. I got like 6 of these at the beginning of this year and lost pretty much all of them. So this is the last surviving one. Original. I had original nukes, then I got more, then I lost those. So Diamondback nukes are on the flippier side of nukes, which I really wanted. And when I first got this off the website and then threw it for the first time, I realized that, oh my god, I need this. Like, I've always loved nukes, but I've always had a problem with them being a bit too stable for me. And I think these nukes just came out super well. So hopefully I don't lose them. Super controllable, really fun disc to throw. I actually like it more than the Destroyer, so I'm probably going to take the Destroyer out for it. Next we have a Big Z nuke that is pretty much just a more stable version of the nukes I just talked about. I also had another one of these and I lost that one too. This is the replacement. Really stable finish compared to the other nukes, so I can throw it flat, but it still gets a lot of flex out too, and it's just going to have the stronger finish compared to the Diamondback nukes. Those are going to fly out, finish, and just kind of hold straight lines and then have a slower fade at the end. Next is a disc I don't know if I really need in here right now. It's a disc that is a really good complement to the Nuke OS and the Big Z nuke. It is the Discraft Venom. Now, the Venom is a force replacement for me. I really didn't feel good with the force backhand, and that's what the Venom gave me. It gave me a really confident backhand type of feel, and it just got out there more compared to the force. And then next up, we have, ironically, 2 forces. Now, these are super new, and these are forehand discs for me. These are my forehand drivers. This one is super flippy, but this one is incredibly stable. It's more stable than my Nuke OS, which is a problem. That's not why I got it. A lot of discs and a lot of talking, so I'm sorry about that. But hopefully you guys had a good idea of what I was saying half the time. But I have the best solid bag I can have right now. If you have any questions on what I do throw in here and you want more specific details, put it down in the comments down below and I will respond. Only so much I can put in this video. I kind of wanted to keep it a bit short, kind of just narrow it down. It's as simple in the bag, you know? See you guys in the next one.